why would anyone want to swim 7,500 meters in freezing cold waters of Cape Town with sharks? As I was growing up in South Africa on a farm, I've always sought adventure. I always sought more out of life, and I always seek the next thing that can actually excite me and actually make me feel most alive. And as I was growing up, that spirit within me, that fire within me just never died. No matter what circumstance or whatever I went through, even though I am in a wheelchair, that little fire in my soul just could never be put out. Because I believe that we only grow if we are outside our comfort zones. And once you experience that little growth, that marginal incremental growth that you get each time you put yourself outside of your comfort zone, it almost becomes like an addiction. You crave that fear and excitement and sense of accomplishment that you get through placing yourself outside of your comfort zone. So the Robben Island swim is a 7,500 meter swim in sub 16 degrees Celsius water. And yes, there are sharks around the island and in the Big Bay area. And it's something that challenges me, not just physically. I think physically a lot of people can actually accomplish this, but mentally it's really such a big thing, because you're in the cold water for that long, exerting your body physically to that duration of a swim. To me, it will probably take around 3 hours in that cold water. So as a paraplegic, I don't actually know what my body will do because I'm so long in the cold water and I can't feel 100% everything from the waist down. Another reason why I really want to do this Robben Island crossing and why I want to do it in 2019 is because I had a really, in my mind, unsuccessful 2019. It was quite a disappointing 2019. It was very difficult 2019, but I grew a lot in the process. And I told myself that I want to do one more big thing before the year ends. And when I heard of the Robben Island crossing, I knew that was it. So the fact that I couldn't swim after my accident was something that actually bothered me so much. And I just saw it as a challenge, and I couldn't get past the fact that why can't I swim? It's something so basic. Almost everyone can swim. And I grew up, living near the ocean, and now I can't swim. It just I became obsessed with learning to swim, learning to do these things again. It became something like an addiction, trying to, overcome these challenges and trying to learn new things. And altogether, I just discovered this whole new life that was awaiting for me. How I swim is actually very basic. It's just all upper body, and I tie my legs together so they don't go all over the show when I try and get into my stroke and get into my rhythm. I try and keep my body as still as possible because I don't have the core muscles to keep my body flat in the water. So I try and keep my body as flat as possible, and also that's why I tie my legs so they don't go all over the place and they can just stay together. It sounds simpler than what it is. The process of learning to swim again was extremely difficult, and I've only been swimming about a year now since after my accident, but I'm loving the process and I can't wait for the challenge. So why do I need to do this? 1, because it scares me so much. 2, because it excites me. And 3, this makes me feel alive.